Hello everyone. Welcome to Paper Pumpkin Live. Let me get everything brought up here on my iPad here. And let me share. And if you guys can share as well, that would be awesome. Okay, let's see. That worked. Alrighty. It looks like we are up and going. Hopefully that glare is not too horribly bad off of that paper pumpkin box. So today I'm going to be showing you guys this new paper pumpkin box. This is the May box. This is the Batter Up. So it's all about that baseball theme, the nostalgic baseball look to it. So I have some alternatives that I want to show you guys. Ooh, there's some goobies on my box. Anyways, I am Danny Garola. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the USA, specifically here in Tucson, Arizona. Stampin' The Pink Barn is my Facebook page. stampinthepinkbarn.blogspot.com is my blog, where you will find all the dimensions and all the details on the cards that we make today from this paper pumpkin. Also, to let you know, our new paper pumpkin that is going for the month of June is the Expressions in Color. So this paper pumpkin is kind of going to be a unique one where they actually put in two, yes, not only one, but two of our ink spot colors. So like in this box, I have a little piece stuck to the bottom of that. Like in this box, you get the Night of Navy in this box. Why did I think it was gray in here? I don't know. But Night of Navy came in this box. And let me get all my alternative things moved out of the way here so I can actually show you. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to hit that. And then the scraps. And normally I open this box up in front of you guys, but last night I was kind of sitting here trying to go through what I wanted to do for some of my alternatives. So let me get them out of the way just so you don't have to think, what has she got going on there? Well, I will show you what I've got going on here. So you can subscribe. Please use my link that I have attached to this video here. It's in the descriptions that you can just click right on subscribe to Paper Pumpkin and it will take you to this one. This box here with the baseball is no longer available. That ended actually on May 10th. So the Expressions runs from May 11th through June 10th. So if you want this paper pumpkin kit and to subscribe to this, you will need to subscribe by June 10th. Otherwise, this kit will be no longer available. And like I said, this one is a really cool kit because you're going to get 2 ink pads with it versus just the one. Okay? All right, so this really nostalgic little kit here. Let me get the Paper Pumpkin's done a different thing as of starting with this kit here. This is the first time they've done it. They've actually changed our instruction manual. Let me move that out of the way. So our instruction manuals used to come, do I have one sitting around here? I don't think I have one. Oh, actually, I do. I've got my, this was March's kit here. But let me just show you kind of the difference that what I'm saying as far as the instructions. So the old instructions came like this. It was just kind of 2 sheets, one piece, folded in half. Everything was in black and white. Yes, it was step by step. And you only had a 9-inch ruler at the bottom here. Now they've really stepped up their game. And like I said, this is the first kit they've done this with. So if you got a hold of this Batters Up kit, you will see what I'm talking about. Okay, now it is in 3 folds. Here it shows you what you need for card 1, card 2, and card 3. So you will grab your supplies. Then card 1, they show you everything, how to assemble it. So they tell you to take the grandpa, put it on your, so if this is your first kit that you have gotten, you will get a block, a paper pumpkin, and it'll say paper pumpkin. If you can see that there, it'll say paper pumpkin on your block. You will take your block and you will put the word grandpa on your block, and you will stamp it on your little white piece that they gave you in here. So it is really neat how they've done it in color now, so you can really see each piece that they're telling you to put dimensionals to, where to stamp your stamp on, and just how to set the whole thing up. So they've really kind of gone into more detail. Yes, there's not wording like the old ones did. They used to word out how to do it. Now it's just step-by-step diagrams on how to do it. And you now have an 18-inch ruler, which is really nice because, so for instance, this card right here tells you you need 12 inches of the baker's twine that they add in here. They tell you you need 12 inches of that. So now, unlike the other one that only went up to 9 inches, now you can measure it all the way out on this and measure your 12 inches of twine to know what you need for card number 3. Okay, and this one up here, it says you need 4.5 inches, so 4.5 inches of twine, or baker's twine on that one. All right, so that's kind of cool. On the back side, they show you some alternatives that you can make with this kit. So this is everything you get in the kit. And then they say, hey, here's some alternatives that you can make, because you're going to make 9 cards, 3 of these, 3 of these, and 3 of these. But if you don't just want to make those, you can also make these. So you can't make all these and these. You would have to use some of your supplies from, you know, the cards that they had given you, and only make like maybe one of these, one of these, one of these, or 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these. Then you can make one of each one of those, if that makes sense. Okay? So I think, like I normally do, I always make one of each one of them in here. I was kind of debating whether or not to do that, because now that they give you full, like, in color instructions, I don't think I need to make that. I think I'm going to, from now on, just do alternatives, because otherwise I wind up taking up so much time on just showing something that, you know, you guys have full instructions now on how to make. So let me show you some of the alternatives that we're going to make. So look at this stamp set. Isn't that so cool? Let me get a piece of paper Let me get my, and look, did you guys see that it came with the bubble gum? I was kind of hoping that it came with stick gum, just because I was hoping to put some of these in some of these cards for like a dad's Father's Day card, or maybe a son's birthday card, and put a stick of gum in there. These will not fit in a card, just FYI. Look at these really neat embellishments that they gave us. So let me pull out this envelope so I can show you this on the white. So you've got ever, grandpa, dad, son, uncle, friend, you're the greatest of all time, you're the best, mom, brother, all-star, and then you have a baseball bat and then a little hat. And you're probably wondering, why are some of her stamps pink? Well, I've already used those. And I actually used them, this one and the dad, actually, I've used in the Night of Navy. And since Night of Navy is blue, it's been made with a red tone. So therefore, it's going to stain your stamps a reddish color once they're even cleaned off. But it does not affect the way that your stamp works. It still works just as well as it did the brand new, you know, stamp that you took right out of here. It just changes the tint of it because it's got a red hue to it. Okay, so here's the envelopes that come with it. You will get 9 envelopes, and they even decorate the inside of the envelopes, which is really neat. Look how cool those are. Then you get, which I have taken some of these out because I'm going to make, you get 3 of the ones with the red starburst. I've taken one out because I'm going to use it as our alternative. There is this one that has like this really neat wood grain. You'll make 3 in that. Or they gave you 3 of those. And this one here looks like a jersey, or not a jersey, a baseball shirt, which I think is really cool with these little blue pinstripes. And again, that's that Night of Navy. I kind of thought that it went with, what's it called? Pacific Point, which on my alternative card, I pulled out a Night of Navy and a Pacific Point to see which one I kind of liked with it on that pinstripe. So you get 3 of those card bases, plus you get your cutouts, which these just pop right out. They're perforated in there. So you get 3 sheets of these. So you get 6 baseball bats, 3 of these all-star, then this like pocket looking thing, the actual baseball, this neat like vintage nostalgic looking baseball player, then this striped, and then this one little red thing here. You get 3 of each one of those. Okay, and then they give you the little wording strips. So these are those little sentiment pieces where you put the dad, uncle, mom in there. And then there's your little adhesive dots. So I tell you guys all the time, they have you covered on everything. Pretty much the only thing you would have to add to this is a pair of snips, because you will need to cut your twine, your baker's twine, and they even throw in the dimensionals for you. So let's go ahead and get started with these cards. I just love this stamp set. That's going to be very much used in the future. Okay. So I'm going to come in with a old olive piece and a Night of Navy piece for alternative 1. Okay, and I'll show you what I did with the original card that I made, and I'm gonna switch it up tonight, and then you guys can tell me which ones you like better from the 2. Okay, so this old olive is going to be our card base. So I'm going to cut this at 11. I'm going to cut it at 5.5. And then I'm going to score it. Ooh, there's a piece of stickiness on there. Score it at 4 1/4. So there's my card base. Then I'm going to come in with my piece of my piece of Night of Navy. That's the color I'm thinking of. And I'm going to cut this a 1/4 inch smaller than this. So I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, so that's going to get layered on there. Then let me grab my white piece. I had a white piece sitting here. I don't think that's going to be big enough, but maybe it will. I gotta see what I cut that. So 3 1/2. So this needs to be cut at 3 1/2. I think it's 3 1/2 by 5. So there's my 3 1/2 by 5, yep. Okay, so this is the piece that we need for stamping. So I'm just going to move the rest of this out of the way for the moment and get this stuff put away because I don't need that anymore. All right, now on here, let me grab one of my little things to stamp on here. Now I've been using my Stamparatus little grid pieces. I like that because it's small enough that I can get all around it and yeah, get in there and measure if I need to. So this is the side that I need because I need inches. Not so much that I need. Okay, what did I do with the stamp set? Oh, there it is, peeking out here. I'm going to use my blocks because that little one that comes with it just kind of makes a mess all over my hands. Okay, I'm using the little baseball cap. That's the one that I want right now. And I'm going to grab Old Olive. Okay, which is right here. Let me move my cup so I don't hit that. Did you see that? I just stuck my hands right in that. Look, I still need to, if you guys watched me on Monday, you saw that I talked about putting this strip right here in here so I can see what color it is. I still have not done all of my stamps yet. Okay, I need to cut this down just a little bit. I think it needs to be at, it just looks very off. So it needs to be cut at 4 3/4, not at 5. I knew that looked a little bit silly. Okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this up. So I'm going to take my hat and just go across here. Just kind of staggering the hats. Okay, and then I'm going to leave a gap right here because that's where I'm going to do my other stamping. And then I'm going to just kind of, just down here at the bottom, place my other bits of my hat. Okay. Now I had a scrap of my Old Olive, which is right here. Look, I was playing with bleach earlier and bleaching each one of our colors to see what I liked. Okay, what I need to do on, ooh, It's trying to fly away. What I need to do on this green, on this old olive piece, is I need to now stamp that hat in Night of Navy. Geez, the helicopters have been flying over quite a bit today. Okay, so I'm going to clean that off to get the old olive off. Old Navy. Did you hear me? Almost said Old Navy. What? What is Old Navy? Okay, get the water off of that. And then just stamp that. Okay, just like that. Then, where did I put that little piece? Then this little strip that I had here, I'm going to stamp that word Dad on there. But I'm also going to stamp this All-Star, the word All-Star. I'm going to stamp that also. I'm going to stamp that in the blue, or the Night of Navy. Let's see kind of where I want that. I think I want it over a little bit. Just like that. Ah! Jeez Louise, did you see how bad that could have been? That could have totally just fallen in my stamp pad, but it didn't. Oh! That could have been very ugly. Okay, then I need this little strip that I had left over, and I need the word Dad. See, now you can see why all these were a different color, because I had used them. All right, let me take my little block. Perfect for these little words like this. Go like that. Now we're gonna stamp this right on here. Just like that. Perfect, actually. Then grab my snips. Cut that because I want it to be very tiny, and don't lose that because now that it is so tiny it could be lost very easily. And I'm going to cut out this hat, which is quite easy to do. Just kind of follow it around. So this is called fussy cutting, what I'm doing right now. Which means we don't have a die for any of our paper pumpkins. So if you want to have the images cut out, you have to do them yourself, which is really kind of not a big deal on this image. Some images are way harder than others, so don't think that they're all simple, easy. Okay, oops. Helps if I can hang on to that, right? I want that to be kind of as small as possible because that's gonna now set right on the front of that hat. Look how cool that is. Okay, I want to cut a little bit more off this side too because I want it to fit right on the front of that hat and not have to have a bunch of white sticking out. So I'm just gonna put glue right here on this front piece and then stick this right to it, just like that. Okay, that is now going to get popped up right there. Isn't that so cute? Okay. Ooh, dimensionals. That's right. I'll just use the dimensionals that I already have because I already have some out. And a lot of the time I take my dimensionals out of my paper pumpkin and I take those to our live classes because, you know, they're kind of extras to me because I have so many of them myself. So I'm going to set this kind of right like that. Isn't that cute? I saw that, I was like, ah, I love it. Okay, now let me grab the card in that layer. Okay, this is going to go on that, and then on that. So let's do this layer first. Thought I had my bone folder sitting out here. Hello, Miss Anna. How are you? I'm not on at my normal time, which is on Mondays, so it kind of throws everybody off when I come in here on a Thursday, but I like the fact that with Facebook, it can just record it for me and then throw it on here, and then you guys can watch it whenever you want to. Then there's no pressure from anybody. Okay, let's put this on here. I'm excited for our class on June 10th. I think we're going to have a good time. Some really cute cards for our in-person. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? And look at those colors. I just love the old olive with the Night of Navy. I think they are just so manly together, and they just really coordinate well. Okay, so I'm going to put that right on there. Just like that. Isn't that a neat Father's Day card? Dad, you're an all-star. Pretty much is the way it is. Okay, so here's the other one that I made. And I like this one, but I think having the... Okay, so let me just set them side by side. So I think having the old olive be in the back and the navy being in between, and then stamping my old olive, and you could do this completely the opposite way and stamp in Night of Navy here, and then do this night. Well, I guess you can't do that in Night of Navy, but either way, you could keep the hat green and do the Night of Navy on it, but then stamp this in old olive. Just do the complete reverse. But I think the hats get awfully lost when I did the old olive as the layer and the Night of Navy as the base. I think this one pops so much more. So that's our alternative one. So I've made one of each one of those, so you can kind of, you know, determine which one you like better. All right, now this one, let me get some of this moved around so we're not working on top of ourselves. Let me clean off some of these stamps because I'm going to need them. Okay, now let's see. This one, I scored, so this was that plain card base that came in there. I scored from this edge, I put on my mat. Let me just do it for you guys so I can show you. I put the front piece in, and I put this right at the 2 3/4 mark, which is right here. And I grabbed my light gray scoring blade and I scored it right at 2 3/4 here. It already has our score mark in the middle at 4 1/4, okay? Because that's the half of our card. They do that already for you. And then I flipped it around and put the back of the card in here, and I put that at 1 1/4, and I scored here. So now let me show you how this card is going to look. Why is my thing? Hold on a minute. Let me get back in here and watch you guys on Facebook, because for some reason my iPad is not bringing up. Jeez, technology, I tell you. Okay, so here's our card. Let's fold here and let's varnish this. Then I took a piece of real red And this is 5.5 by 1.5. Okay, this is now going to fold. No, did I do that right? Yeah, that's right. And then this folds in. Wrote myself down my notes, and then now I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, so that goes like, no, that's not right. That's not right either. What did I do? Oh my goodness. Oh, jeez. God. Okay, this goes like this, okay? Or no, it doesn't. What am I doing? Okay, that stays there. That goes in. All right, let's just do this because I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, this is gonna go on here, but that's supposed to... I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, you know what? Do I have this backwards? That's what it is. Oh my goodness. You guys, sometimes I swear, I think I'm sitting on my head. Okay, backwards. Okay, let's do this again. This is our card. We're not folding it outside like you normally would. Flip it around and fold it inside. All right, now you got that? Jeez Louise. Pay no attention to the lady behind the curtain. Okay, or the camera at this point. Jeez Louise. Okay, that piece is gonna get adhered right there. That took me a minute because I knew that this piece was supposed to be on the inside, and when you folded it, it went on the outside, but for some reason my brain was not comprehending how that was supposed to look. Okay, so that goes like that, and then that folds like that. So it kind of folds over in on itself as the card. So you will have a little bit of a hang on the inside of this. Does that make sense? Because now that kind of sits like that, but it's the same size as the regular card because of where we've scored it, but that's what will hold the card in. Now wait till I show you the rest of it to show you how it stays inside. Okay, we're gonna need the baseball. Okay, the baseball's gonna get stuck right there, like that. And then I need one of these little pieces here. And we're gonna use that word dad again. Man, my throat. And then the baseball, the baseball bat. We already have the baseball. So we need a baseball bat. And then I'm going to stamp the hat again and cut it out. So that's gonna sit like that. So that's gonna kind of hold our card together. This is gonna sit over here, and then this little piece is gonna go right across, kind of like that. I'm gonna cut like a little arrow thing out of there. And then we're going to put the I think I like this all-star. Do I like that there? Or do I think I want to stamp it? No, I think I'm going to stamp it in there. I think that's too big. So we're going to take the all-star and put that in there. Let's do that in the Night of Navy. Do you see how they made that ball with the gray, so it looks like it's been aged. I think that's such a neat look. Oh, and then we need that for the dad. So we can stamp dad on here. Let me stand up so I can see. Okay, then I need that hat stamped out in also the Night of Navy. All right, oops, don't lose the baseball bat. Let's cut this out really quick. Make sure that dries so I don't rub it and get my fingers all in it and smear it, because that happens. Night of Navy, because I think I've told you guys before, any stamp set that has some reds in it, I've told you guys that I'm not very good with it, because I always wind up sticking my fingers in it and making a mess. Well, Night of Navy is made with a lot of red, and for some god-awful reason, it's another one of those colors that I always make a mess with. When I'm done using it, it's typically all over my fingers. I don't understand me and anything with reds. It's just my thing. Oh well, could be worse. At least I chose a profession that doesn't contain bodily fluids. I mean, it could be worse, right? At least it's just ink. Okay, I'm gonna bring this in and go like that, and then go like that. And there's my little, see how I made kind of a little arrow, like the back of a banner coming out of there? Okay, that's gonna sit there. So let's get that glued on there. So I'm gonna watch what I'm doing and know that I only want the half of this with glue on it, because the other half is going to hang over the edge. But I want the ball to be in the middle so it looks like it's kind of throwing the starburst off of it. Okay, just like that. Then I'm gonna take the baseball bat, and I think maybe I want it going up like that. Let me burnish the back of this one too. Man, my throat is so dry. Ugh. All right, this is going to go, do we like it like that with the hat sitting there? Yep, that works. Okay. So I'm gonna stick the baseball bat, if I can get my glue to work now. I'm gonna stick that directly on my card base. Then I'm gonna take this with the dimensional again. If I can find what I did with the darn things, there they are. I'm gonna put a dimensional on the back of that. I'm just gonna kind of sit that right there. Then this little banner is gonna go right along here. Let's see, do I want to bump that up too? I think I do. Will the dimensional fit on that, or is it gonna be too big? Ooh, I think it might just be perfect. Look at that. That's like the perfect size to go on that. And then that's gonna go kind of a little bit of an overhang off the ball. Isn't that so cute if I could get it to stay? Isn't that a great little alternative as well? I think that's so fun. And I think I got this a little bit crooked. And see how it looks like the ball is kind of like the sun shooting off those rays. And then this leaves you, when you open this up, this leaves you the area where you can write in your sentiment, or you can even add like "you're the greatest of all times." That would fit actually like perfect in there because we've already said dad, or we can say "you're the best" because he's an all-star dad. Let's put that in there because I just need it added. Ugh. Even though it is super stuck. All right, let's grab that. And our Night of Navy. I gotta stand up so I can see what the heck I'm doing. So I make sure that's straight because I didn't put it on the stamp straight. I mean, on the block straight. And I would hate to mess up my whole card because I didn't put it straight. Ah, that turned out great. And it's somewhat straight. Go figure. All right, let me grab some of those little, where are they at? Right here. I want some of these little neat embellishments, which normally with a guy card, you don't want to put anything like blingy because not too many guys want bling, but something like this that looks very, you know, mannish colors, and it's football. You could, or football, baseball, you could do a couple of these and not make it too crazy blinged. But you're at least adding a little bit of oomph to it. Ah. Yeah, see, that's where you're supposed to use your take a pick tool. There we go. I like that. I like adding that yellow to it. It just kind of adds a little bit of something. And then you're the best. So there's alternative number 2 for you guys to make. Okay, and like I said, here's the envelopes. So that envelope, this card will fit right inside of there. Just like that. Perfect, right? But then it's kind of a neat little fun fold, so when Dad pops it open, it opens up like this. Not too many cards are. And this one as well fits. Ooh, that's not the right one. This is the one that we made. This one as well fits right inside of the envelope. Okay, so there's alternative number 2. Now let me grab the next one. I like this next one. I think it's very cool. But of course I do. Because why would I have come up with it if I didn't think it was cool? Okay. That goes for those. Okay, this one we're going to be using this card base. This is that pinstripe. Okay, this is going to be a normal card base. But we're going to be using this hat. So let me make sure I clean that because I'm not sure if I did or not. And this is where you guys are going to have to kind of help me with the color, because this is where I grabbed that Pacific Point and I grabbed the Night of Navy. And I get it that Night of Navy is our color because that is what our stamp set came in. But if you look at the stripes on this, even kind of on the envelope, let me show you Pacific Point so you can kind of see where I was going with this. Does that not kind of match with those stripes? And here, and then look, here's Night of Navy. So I think either one of these are great alternative colors, or not alternative because this is the color that it calls for, but this is kind of an alternative color to go with this as well. If you even those two colors together are very neat. So just to show you that. Okay. What we're going to do with this is we are going to grab polished pink. That's right, you heard me. I said polished pink. So let me show you what we're gonna do with this one. This one we are going to take and use, where's it at? We need this pocket piece right here. Okay, because that's gonna look like the shirt and the pocket. But first, let's do a couple of things here. Now this is a trial, so let's make sure I like this, which I don't think it's gonna matter. Okay, we're gonna go like that, go like that, that. Just gonna kind of randomly stamp, stamp. Like I said, this is polished pink. Okay, all right, we're gonna call that good because I think I went a little crazy there. Then I'm going to grab, ooh, not that one. I had a scrap, there it is. I'm gonna grab a scrap and I'm gonna stamp that again in the polished pink, just like that. Okay, put this away because since it's pink and it has reds in it, you guys know the story with me. We're gonna fussy cut this out, but since you've already seen me fussy cut those twice, I don't think you need to watch me again. All right, I am going to put on here You're the Best, okay? And I'm going to do that in Night of Navy. Or you can use the Pacific Point. But I think I'm gonna stick with, let's see here, hold on. I mean, it'll still be fine. Okay, I had my pocket, there it is. There's my pocket. And I think we can still do this in Night of Navy, and I think it'll still look good. We might actually change that to Night of Navy. Okay, this is my little piece that fits right inside of, this is the scallop. Let me show you where that comes from in just a minute. But I'm gonna move this kind of up towards the top. Just like that. Then show you that this little scalloped, this little this little piece here is from our scalloped contour dies, which come in 5 different scalloped rectangle dies. They're really neat. Each one of them have different little textured marks to them. So that's where that came from. So I think I'm gonna actually keep that on. You know what? I'm gonna try to stamp that one more time and see if I can get that a little bit crisper. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Okay, let's try this again. That's one good thing about the photopolymer is we can see through our stamp. Oh, do you see that? That's what I'm talking about. That deep, dark, crisp look. Okay. Yep, that's what I wanted. All right, I'm gonna take the word dad off of here, but I need to clean it first. And I'm gonna move that because like I said, since it's got that red tone to it, it needs to be moved and it needs to dry. Because some of those darker colors like that take a second to kind of calm down on that craziness. Now, this is kind of neat because I'm gonna use the mom. I kind of wish there would have been a grandma in there or like an aunt because they have uncle, and I get it, it's football. Why do I keep saying that? It is baseball, so it's kind of gonna be more man driven, but they have brother, they have uncle, son, grandpa. It would be kind of, but they did add the mom, so I'm not complaining. But it would have been nice if there was maybe a grandma and a daughter because I don't know many stamp sets that say daughter on them, but I'm sure we probably have a few. I haven't seen them yet. Let me take a drink really quick. All right. Now on here, I'm going to take another one of those little white strip things. And I know we're already on white here, but I'm going to stamp Mom in polished pink. Kind of just like that. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to do that same little divot thing like I did on the other one to make kind of that little banner look. I don't know what the heck is wrong with my dog out there. You know what's so crazy is, like today, and just like back on Monday, my mom's had to watch my daughter because Andre had things to do. My husband had things to do. And if my mom's watching my daughter, my dogs act like psychos. I don't know what the deal is. And I'm in the middle of trying to do a video, so I can't go out there and deal with the dogs. But they absolutely act nuts. Now, when he's here, they would never act a fool like this. Never. Never would they do it. Okay, so we can mount that. Isn't that cute? You're the best, Mom. And then that's gonna go on this like that. Now, let me see here. You know what? I need to cut a little hair of this off, and then I'll tell you exactly the measurement of this, because I think it just looks a little goofy. All right, that is cut at, what do we have it at? 3 1/4. I'm gonna actually cut it down to 3 1/4 because it wasn't right on. Okay, so 3 1/4, and this is 2. So 2 by 3 1/4, and that is what the inside of this stitched part is. Now let me grab this one and see what we think of it being on that. Does that look funny with that blue? Or ooh, there's this little gnat. My goodness. See how it fits right inside of that stitched area? I think it looks better on the Night of Navy, actually. Just like that. Isn't that cute? And then we're gonna take that pink hat and we're gonna bump that up right there. Okay, let me get this on here. Oh yeah, I think the dogs know that they would never be able to act like that with Andre. That he would probably come unglued if they sat there and barked in our house like that. And that's the Great Dane. So, of course, his bark just bellows through the house. It's ridiculous. Okay. Now, you know what's also kind of cool with this paper is it's got these stripes. So I can line this pocket right up on these stripes and know that we are all good. Okay, I'm trying to think. Do I want to pop that? I think I do. I want to put dimensionals on that too. Okay, we're doing pretty good. I'm actually at almost an hour and we are almost done with our alternatives. That's why I thought, you know what, you guys can read the directions, especially now that they've kind of like stepped up their game on the directions, that you guys can read the directions for the actual cards that come with this. But for me to just show you the alternatives so we're not sitting here for like 2.5 hours making this card, that way yeah, whatever I was trying to say. That way we're getting straight to business on the alternatives. Okay, there. Isn't that so cute? And again, we can put you're the greatest of all times, because we already have you're the best mom. I mean, I know Mother's Day is done and over with, but you know what? Moms don't get enough credit, just saying. So you can always give a mom a card and make her day. It doesn't have to be a special occasion just to give your mother a card. Moms do a lot for us, and they just don't get enough credit, honestly. Not just saying that because I'm a mom, but it is true. I do have a mom, so I understand. Okay, so let me, since this stamp pad is grid, which it's not a Stampin' Up, why do I keep saying pad? This stamp block has a grid on it, and it is a, I don't know, Stampabilities or something. I don't know. It's from like 100 years ago that I had gotten when I first started stamping and stuff and card making. I think I picked it up at like Hobby Lobby or something like that. But it's one that has a grid, so which is really nice because then I know if I'm straight or not. Okay. And I just did that in that polished pink. Oh, beautiful. I love it. And of course it's pink, so what's to not love? But that's that new in color, that polished pink. So cute, right? Oh, you know what it needs? But wait, there's more. Okay, let me grab the, where they at? Where they at, where they at, where they at? Ooh, you know what? These might work, even though they're not, are those might work, even though they're not pink, because those are kind of a pinky peachy. These are called the artisan sequence, but they're just really neat. That pink is kind of cool, but let me see if I can find the actual polished pink. Ooh, there they are. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look, the polished pink. Super pretty, sparkly, in color jewels. I am in love with, here, let me hold it on that. I'm in love with these jewels. Look, they are probably Stampin' Up's most sparkliest, most wonderful jewels. But I really do like these, and I never get to use those. But I really think we need these on there because they're fabulous. Okay, let's put this here. Let's use a big one. Put it over there. And then use another little one right there. Ooh, I love those. Look how sparkly those are. They're so cool. I gotta buy more of those. Those were on, what do they call it? Backstock, or yeah, they were on Backstock. That we couldn't get them for a while, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, they need to hurry up and come in." And now they're back in. So I think I might order like maybe 3 or 4 packages of those because I love the sparkle. Because come on, any card that we make has to have some sparkle to it. And so it still looks so cool with that envelope. But it's for a mom. So not only, and I mean, you don't have to put mom here. If you have another stamp set that says like daughter or aunt, you know, anything like that, you can put, or grandma, you're the best grandma, I mean, this, I know when a lot of people saw this come out, they thought, you know, okay, so Father's Day is in June, so that would make sense that you would start in May making your Father's Day cards. But what? Look at this. We have a mama's card here. So, just saying. All right, you guys, have a great weekend. Thank you for those of you who joined me today. I know, like I said, it was an odd day for me to come on, but I do my paper pumpkin put together, or alternative put togethers, on the last Thursday of the month. Now, that being said, with that new expressions stamps, or that new expressions box that's coming up for next month, I'm not sure if I'm going to be around. I might have to do this alternative Facebook Live. I might have to do that when we get back from the hospital for my daughter, because I know we go in on the 28th, and we could possibly be there for, what they say, 3 to 5 days. So let me look at the calendar. So the 28th is on a Monday. The 1st is on Thursday. So if we wind up staying through the week, I won't do this until maybe like Thursday or Friday. Hopefully we only have to have a 3-night stay. And then when we get back, I can do the alternatives to this. So I gotta hope that I get my box in time, and that I have enough time to put some alternatives together for you guys to do that. Otherwise, I will do it the following week, which would be that first half week of June. So, or not June, July, whatever I'm trying to say here. I will come in and do it. Like I said, it all depends on how long our stay is up there, so I can get everything put together. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Like I said, to get that expressions in color box, make sure you subscribe by June 10th to get this. You're not obligated to any other boxes beyond that point. If you only want this box, just subscribe, get this box, and then go in and unsubscribe to Paper Pumpkin and get this one box. You're not locked in, but you do have to cancel your subscription though. Otherwise it will continue and just come out of your credit card. So make sure you know that. Use my links, please, so I get to be your demonstrator and, you know, share all my perks with you guys. And that way I can send you guys all of the extra goodies that, for being my customer, I do for you guys. All right, have a great one. Thank you so much.